Hey, welcome to an episode of Window Lickers. That's right, two middle-aged men drinking beer, licking windows, and going, "Hey, why do they all taste bad?" I'm Larry Smith, and over there is Larry Smith.
Hi, I'm
Uh,
Larry Smith over there. That's Larry Smith.
Larry, what windows have you licked this week, and do they all taste bad?
I did lick the windows of a bakery,
Mm-hmm.
and it tasted better than the windows at the refinery.
But here's the thing: are you tasting the inside or the outside of the windows?
Yes.
Yeah. See, there's the issue.
See,
There's
what I've
there's
learned, you got to taste the inside first, because if you taste the outside first, they won't let you inside.
that would explain my scars. How you doing, buddy?
Like Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah. How you doing, pal?
Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I did the this comedy competition, which I said I would never do another one, and I got
Mm-hmm.
into it. And don't worry, your boy's the first loser.
You got through the first round to get drunk in the second.
Yeah, the as they find. So if you're not first, you're last. If and second place is the first loser. So I got second place.
Yeah.
Which when I came off stage, every comic that was out back there, like, you got this clenched, and I was like, shut the fuck up, you just cursed it,
But
you just fucked it up. Well, don't say anything, you dumb assholes. And uh the kid that won, very funny, right? But all he has is like, he has a solid 10 minutes. That was all of his material.
yeah.
And so Friday night he did 8 minutes of that 10 minutes, and then Saturday night did the same 8 minutes and then added two.
With a button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
well.
and I your buddy here, he's got hours of like three different hours that I've decent hours that I've written. I've written probably 5 hours worth of comedy over the years. Three of them are good.
There's a whole lot. Let me tell you about that bitch Obama. And then
Yeah.
it goes downhill from there. So
Mm.
we can scratch that first whole
Hey, you guys know about
hour
Gorbachev?
30.
But yeah, came in second. It's a comedy competition. Everything's subjective.
Yeah.
And the judges were just like, "Yeah, you were really great," and I'm like, "Mm-hmm." Like, "Oh man, that audience reaction when you said this was fantastic." I was like, "Uh-huh." And why am I in second?
Uh,
That's what I want to do.
but it's not like you were on. There's a reason why Last Comic Standing isn't on TV anymore. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it
I'm
gave us
not.
Amy Schumer and she got third, I think.
Yeah, I'm. Well, and then there's guys that like didn't even, like, they barely showed them in the preliminary rounds. They would show like half a punchline, and now, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, guys like I'm trying to think, like Nate Craig and some of these guys that were just pulled in, that are now like headlining theaters and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, all right, it's well, and Last Comic Standing is such a fucking hoax anyway.
Yeah, dude. I did two comedy competitions when I was doing in sketch specifically.
Yeah.
One was I could do an entire show on this. I won't, but it was at a theater in Ohio in Columbus, which is the most punk rock sex orgy, weirdly lame hack joke theater I've ever been at. We did not win that one. We did win one in Chicago at Stage 773, and then the winners of that we got to do we got to headline a run there for Saturday nights for a full month for 4 Saturdays in a row. And that was fun. We won that one, and then we did we did like a little commercial for it and everything. It was kind of cool. But when we won it, we had like stacked the audience with people who with roses, and we're like, if we win, they're going to bring us back on stage. And if they do, please throw these fake roses onto the stage like it's an old timey opera. And like it wasn't like we did stack the stage, but like it was like judged by the people from there. Like it wasn't like we stacked the stage with people who had a vote. But then we did win. We went up. Those people were so amazed that we won that they stood up and clapping and went, "Oh shit, right, the roses!" And then they threw the roses at us when everybody else was coming out, and then everybody else went, "Rigged, rigged." Blissfully. Nobody knew.
That's fantastic. I'm not bitter. So when I say all this,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's whatever. I came home. I was a little grumpy last night because there was some people that should have at least been on the they should have been on the what's the Olympics thing? The
Special.
yes, that's the one. Yay! The don't do the voice. Don't do the voice.
Oh, the human trophy case you talking about,
Yeah,
where it's like, yeah,
yeah.
I don't know,
They should
I
have
don't know
been
what
up
you call
there.
that. Yeah,
They weren't. I there was a lot to be said for the recency effect, and there's also a lot to be said for stacking the audience with your friends.
yeah,
Um,
whatever.
so the fact that I came in second, I was like, cool. And
This also
what
wasn't at the Comedy Cellar in New York. You know what I mean? Like, you're fine.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's at an event center that
yeah.
does they bring in some good headliners. But the donor was like, "Hey, now I see who is, who's I got to see a lot of you guys. I've heard about you. We got some big names coming through. I'll be tapping you for feature sets." And buddy of mine went, Larry, headlines like clubs and theaters, right? And he was like, "What?" And I said, "Feature sets." And I looked at the kid that won, and I was like, "I'm not being a dick when I ask this. He needs to know. I said, "Do you know how long a feature set is?" And he's like, "I don't." I said, "It's 25, 30 minutes, sometimes 20, depending on the
Mhm.
thing." He goes, "Okay." I said, "Do you have 20 minutes?" He goes, "I have." You saw all my material.
Yep.
And I looked at the owner, I was like, "Keep that in mind when you hire him." So don't I said, "If you hire him, hire two people that do a solid 10 minutes and let that be it. Let them split their pay."
Or just stack them on top of each other, like physically.
Yeah, give them
Yeah.
two microphones, let them go at the same time.
Let them go Master Blaster with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I but he was like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, it's just things to keep in mind when you're running shows." I made a mistake one time. I hired a friend of mine to headline the room at Buzz Bomb. And when I asked, "Hey, can you headline?" "Absolutely." "Cool. You're hired." Apparently I need to be more specific because a headline set of closing set, unless otherwise told, is 45 minutes to an hour.
So that's kind of standard. Like, unless there's, you assume that unless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 28 and a half minutes this person tied up, and I went, "Mo, I gotta get on stage right now, don't I?"
Can you
Um,
crowd work it up for at least another 50?
yeah, well, I went up and I did probably another 5 minutes worth of material, just closing stuff up. And here's okay, the next show coming up is this. Thanks. And everyone kept coming up to me like, "Did she go short?" And I was like, yeah, yeah, way short.
Because she was unaware of what she was supposed to fill.
I don't know.
Oh, or just first time, maybe. Just like, I was
Yeah,
going too quick. It happens. What are you
it
gonna do?
does. I wasn't mad. But yeah, like I said, because the guy that owns it he's new still. I mean, he's still learning stuff.
Hmm.
Um, so I was like, "Hey, just keep it in mind when you're hiring people. You've seen all of his material, and this is it's a keep it in mind." But like, I wasn't. I said,
It doesn't mean he can't write. The kid can't write more. It's
and
just
I'm
like
sure he
he's
can.
refined. He's refined a solid 10. I'm done.
Yeah, no, and I'm
Or
sure he can, and I'm sure he will, and I'm sure he'll do it pretty quickly. He's got a lot of he's a one liner kind of.
oh, okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah, he's very good at it. Like, don't get me wrong. If I had to lose to anybody last night, I'm glad it was him.
It's hard to fill 10 minutes of fucking one-liners. I couldn't do it. That's not my style, but I couldn't do it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I know I couldn't. Like, I did challenge myself early on to be like, "All right, let's step back and write 5 minutes of five jokes that are a minute apiece." So it's just joke, joke, because I was writing these. Well, I was writing these jokes, these stories, and doing them at open mic, and that's the thing. What I learned early is if you're a storyteller and you get stuck in a story that the crowd hates, you're fucked. You you just bomb. You just bomb for that amount of time. Um, which I had done. I had done a few times, and somebody was like, "Hey, start writing short jokes for short sets." And so like my set, my hour, my half hour and my hour, I start with like joke, 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 I just very, and then I start building up to like longer and longer.
I mean, that's the same in sketch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to grab a little bit, then you can go on long stories, and you have to grab them again and again and again, and then you can do the weird shit once they're on your side. But you can't just like you
Yeah.
can't make them wait for the first couple of punchlines. You just can't
No, no.
because they won't because they're half drunk and they don't give a fuck about you.
Yep. That's exactly it. You've got to, you have to go up and I just say some random stupid stuff to make people go, "Oh, this is who we're dealing with."
Mhm.
And if I'm only doing a half hour, I don't touch on any of like the heady stuff. I talk about body issue, like body image
Mhm.
stuff, but I mask it in self-deprecation, but I also talk about the self-deprecation and it's so well, yes, I'm saying something, I'm not saying anything. But then I have like a 10-minute section on guns. If I'm doing the full hour, I go into after I know they are on my side, I can't
Mhm.
lose them. And I always like put a joke in there that has it has no punchline. And it's the Conway Twitty got your mom pregnant.
Yep. Mhm.
And I talk about that, and then I'm like, "Oh, there's no real punchline to that. Maybe I'll figure it out one day." Really, I just want to make sure that we all understand that if nothing else, we have one thing in common, and that's Conway Twitty got our moms pregnant. Can we all agree on that? And everyone's like, "Oh, it's funny, haha." It's like, great. So let's move on to the next subject. Guns. All right, and and then everyone's kind of you. Very rarely, very rarely do people go, "Yay,
Yeah.
guns!"
Then you have to address the change in the room that you've just
Yeah.
created.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is my favorite part because it doesn't matter where I do this joke. Universally, you just hear assholes snap shut, and it's delicious. And that gets everybody back on my side, and
Yeah.
I do this 10-minute section about guns. And that, but yeah, you have to build up to that. I
Oh yeah.
tried
You can't start with that.
no, I tried jumping
You,
into it once, and it was like, no,
you can't raw dog that asshole. You really can't.
no.
It's like you didn't lube it up. You put cayenne on it, just jammed it in. You can't really.
It's Googa. He just said Googa? Sure did. Yeah.
Sure did. Yeah. Can I? You mind if I change subject real quick? I
Not at
just gotta go.
all.
I gotta go real quick before we do our real thing.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no. Don't
the
sell that
okay.
horse.
Well, this is just nothing. But the insanity of shopping this weekend. By the way, happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Hey, happy Memorial Day. I'm gonna apologize in advance. This episode will probably go up later in the day on Monday because we'll see how much time I have once we're actually done recording.
Utterly fine. Everybody's gonna be drunk and barbecuing anyway. So what are you gonna do?
No one's gonna listen to this till Tuesday anyway.
No, 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 I probably never will. Um, I told you I was trying to go and do my big shopping trip, and it's weird to live in Florida because I have to. I'm buying what I told you I had to buy a rent a truck because I don't own a truck. We have a fucking Hyundai, and I need a shit ton of plywood because I want to keep it here and I want to treat it and throw it up in the rafters for hurricane season. I'd rather have it before like people are like standing in line when something comes.
Yep.
So I did a whole bunch of measuring. I figured out, thankfully, my time in the theater. I know exactly how much I need out of a 4x8 sheet to cover the odd shapes of my windows.
Right.
Um, and then so I went there, and then I was like, okay, they don't take reservations for just a flatbread truck. Flatbread, a flat
A flatbread truck. So
I was trying to drive it home in halal. It did not work great. Um, so so I called them up and said, yeah, we don't take reservations for that, man. It's only for like the big
those
Penske
tires
stuff.
made of pita? What is that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. Scoop up your lentils. And other Middle Eastern people's foods. I don't know. Uh I'm like, well, I don't need a big Penske thing. It's like, well, no, we've got like pickups and flatbeds, but we don't take reservations. It's first come first serve. I'm like, well, do you have one now? It's like, yeah, there's a couple out there. I'm like, okay, can I reserve one? It's like, I'll be there in like an hour. He's like, no, perfect. So we go there.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, because I've got a whole bunch of shit I want to buy. I got all this plywood I want to buy, and I was so proud of myself because I was like, I walked up. I was like, all right, so here's what we're gonna do, honey. We're gonna find all the stuff we can fit in the car first. Okay, then we're gonna go rent the truck because it's like it's $20 for an hour, right? And in an hour, I can load up the truck, buy just the wood back and forth. So we go and we buy. I talk to the people at the paint store, at the paint department. Like, I need to cover 15 sheets of plywood with the cheapest stuff that will keep it for years. It's like, Thompson's. I'm like, cheaper. She finds me this big 5-gallon tub of oopsie paint, which is pink as shit and brand new. It's $158. She's like, I'll give you that for $28. I'm like, done. I don't care what these look like. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to see them from the inside. I'm having the shades drawn. Who gives a shit? Perfect. I'm going to treat those so I can keep them for a few years because plywood is expensive, but I don't want to buy it if I don't have to every year.
Right.
So I go there. So we find the paint, we find the fucking drywall anchors, we find all this other stuff. We also buy a bunch of plants, which I have finally put in my planter out front. I've dug up all that garbage and I put the new plants in. That's about $250 worth of like nice tropical plants, which are going to slowly die over the next couple of weeks. But I have them. And then we get all the stuff and we go to rent the truck and we go to a rental. He goes, yeah, I got plenty of trucks. Can't give one to you. Like, pardon? Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Apologies. I'm like, yeah, system's down. Like, what? Oh, I forget the first part of the story. I'm like, Carl? Carl's the guy I talked to before. He's like, yeah, I'm Adam. I talked to you about renting a truck. He's like, yeah, absolutely. We don't take reservations for the flatbeds. I'm like, yeah, I know. But you can't rent me? He's like, no, system's down. Was the system down when I talked to you before, Carl? Yeah. Well, I couldn't have given you a reservation now or then. I'm like, I never wanted one. You told me the first come first serve. Yeah. I have to do it online. Like, what are we talking about? What first nonsense is this? There's another Home Depot 3 miles down the same road. And I called them and like, yeah, system's down. Whole system. I'm sorry. I'm like, Carl, you got to talk to your girl Sheila at the other fucking store because she has all the information on the phone. It's like, yeah, I'd love to rent you one. I have one, but I can't. System's currently down. Talk to me maybe in a couple hours or possibly tomorrow. You cocksucker. So I got everything here. Except for the fucking wood. So now I still have to wait for the wood, and hopefully there won't be a hurricane tomorrow. Like,
Right.
usually you get a couple of days. I just wanted to beat the rush on, protecting my home from God
Shit.
and painting it pink and nonsense. So I did get all the stuff done in the front.
Well, the rescue crew will be able to find you with the pink.
Yeah, no shit.
We're the ones with the pink windows.
Yeah, I mean, for $30, I mean, come on.
Fuck yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't care if it's baby shit green.
No, exactly. I don't give a
that
goddamn.
fuck.
I just wanted to save, $50 on painting this shit.
Yeah.
So then we dug up all the stuff in the front and then all the stuff. And then Angie today, she went to she does a whole lot of like reselling, and she's like she's this huge haul, and a lot of it is she resells a lot of stuff. That's why I was late today. I apologize. A lot of it is baby clothes because she's pregnant and we're gonna have a kid in November, and her name is Nina Pearl. So she got a whole lot of stuff for the baby. She basically like at for resale she got she found a lot of like really really gently used.
Are you running a
stuff.
bit? Or are you actually just giving me news?
November 8th.
Fuck you. You waited till today to tell me?
I waited till this moment to tell you. I was going to tell you last week, but I was shitting myself out of bad mayo.
Oh, you.
I waited till this point in the show to tell you because I want to let you ramble on for a bit, bitch. Woohoo!
Congratulations. Hold
yes,
on.
Sir.
Hold on. Hey, Nick. Are your tits away? Come here. Talk to this prick. This is good podcasting.
Quality podcasting. Hello.
You are in a robe. Hello, darling. How are you?
Good.
He's just freaking out because Angie did one of her like big runs, like her resale runs, and she got a huge haul of like baby clothes, which is cool because we're gonna have a daughter in November, and so we don't do a whole gender thing. So for real, yeah, her name is Nina Pearl, and she will be here November 8th.
Oh my God.
Yup. Old dad coming at you this fucking winter.
You did it, you
Oh.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, man.
For successfully fucking your wife. I'm so proud of you.
I think the funniest joke I've heard so far. I was gonna tell Smith last week,
Yeah.
but I poisoned myself with Old Mayo and bourbon, and I literally couldn't do the show. That's why I did a solo show.
Oh,
I couldn't
Old
get out
Mayo
of
and
bed.
bourbon. That's what we're gonna call your kid.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. It's beautiful for a girl.
Oh.
But I was gonna tell him last week, and I just literally couldn't do it. But the best joke I've heard is from my buddy Josh, who was like, "I thought you'd be just jizzing dust at this point." I'm like, yeah, you just put a little bit of that with flour, and you make a roux, and then you put it in your hand, and then you throw it in her crotch overhand, and it still works.
And bada bing, you got a baby. Oh my God, that is so fucking great.
She's like 17 weeks along. Yeah, November 8th. We're not gonna do the whole big thing. Yeah, Nina Pearl Ziegler coming to you November 8th. Nina Pearl.
Well, tell her to
Yep.
hold off and make it the 13th because that's my birthday and we'll be birthday buddies.
I'll tell her to hold it, but
Yeah.
that's I'll do my best.
That's so wonderful. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you. So
Terrific.
yeah, we're currently turning your room into the kids' room. Sorry.
Well, no, that's okay.
Next time you come, your air mattress.
Wait, the kid's getting my room?
The kids get in your room,
The
Smith.
kids get in your room.
Fuck that kid.
Oh, that is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, man.
So fucking yay.
Yep. We decided to wait until we knew if it had a PP or a P, not a PP.
Absolutely. And make sure everything's healthy and all that.
So
before
far,
you-
so good. And out of all the jokes I've done about people with Downs, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, you
know.
better not have karma be wrought upon you.
They're lighthearted jokes. They really are.
Oh my God. Well, I will
Yeah.
get you back to Smith. That is a phenomenal bit of news.
Thank you, darling. I think so too.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you back.
Oh my God.
So you
Yeah. So you're
You're-
almost done. I told you I'm gonna give it a go.
you're keeping it?
I think I have to. I'm gonna keep it in a box, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's the, especially you're having a girl.
I would say, yeah, we can say girl. We don't even have to say it anymore. We found out last week.
That's
Yeah.
you, sir. You, sir, are
I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I love that everybody keeps saying that. And I love when everybody tells me throughout my life how fucked I am about something I'm going to do. And you know what? Yeah, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to be fine.
No, I'm just saying, you didn't let me finish the sentence.
Okay.
I've got a daughter. You're fucked because your spine is not that flexible, and that little girl's about to have you wrapped around that little finger.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
It's already happening. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is that
Well, I keep trying to shove my finger up in my wife, be like, just grab it.
Hold Papa's hand.
Yep. Because according to Alexa, she's the size of an avocado currently. So
Yeah. Well, and with any luck, for Anne, she'll stay just about that size.
I wasn't huge. She wasn't huge. My brother was a goddamn monster. She's got one younger sibling, half sibling, who's he's like 6'2". But yeah, I think
I love the fact that I am hitting the finish line and you're just starting the race. And
old dad coming at you live.
Oh.
I'm gonna be teaching kids how to drive in my 60s.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck it. You know, though, I would have been terrible 20 years ago.
I don't know how I wasn't. I've been working on a bit about that, about being a young dad
Mhm.
and the panic attack. Like when it first was like, oh, what's happening? And then I was like, all right, it's happening. All right. And then I saw him and I was like, oh, I've never loved something as much as I've loved this little guy right here in my arms. And then when they were like, all right, take him home, and the panic attack that hit, and I was like, I should not. My friends and I just built a 3-story beer bong like a month ago. No. You cannot give me. He's too nice and perfect and sweet and wonderful. Don't give it to this monster, and definitely don't hand it to her. She just did a key bump off my dick a month ago. No, don't do that. 10 months ago, she didn't do it once she was pregnant. Um, I might edit that part out.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. Well, the
Listen,
problem is it's a girl, so I have to think about if I do or don't want to do circumcision.
I say no.
I
say no.
hate that joke so
I
much,
know.
but I can't quit saying it.
I,
It feels bad every time I say it.
well, you saw
I
me.
don't even think it's mine. I know somebody must have come up with that before I did,
You
but I
saw me
can't.
choke it back, right? You saw
Yeah.
me choke it back, but I just yes anded for you.
Somebody had to have done that joke before I did. I know, but I just can't. I didn't Google it. I'm sure I'm stealing it, but I guarantee it was an original thought. Not the first published original thought, but is what it is. Yeah. So little stuff like I got a couple of eye hooks. Actually, I just found them coincidentally about 2 weeks ago in that tree that's in my front yard.
Uh-huh.
Somebody actually screwed two little eye hooks in the lowest hanging, really thick branch. I guess the last guy who lived there. It's perfect for a fucking swing, man.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just this little shit. Everyone's like, "You're never gonna sleep." I'm like, "It's you." What you don't realize is that I'm gonna be a dad at 45. I'm already miserable, so I'm fine. I've given up on myself. You start to feel old roughly about 42, 43. I'm like, fine, fuck it. Let's just screw up this little thing so I can be dead and be done. That's my time.
Me and this kid are on the same shitting and crying schedule already.
Fine.
I wake up in the middle of the night. I've shit my pants a little bit. So is the kid. We both cry. We both look at each other and go, well, somebody's got to get their shit together at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have an agreement and we fall asleep watching TV on the couch. And that's the first 2 years of this kid's life.
So yeah, no Jack Muff.
I am going to ruin this child. I want you to know. Uncle Larry is about to. I am, because if you had the, when I was making humans, all of us were fucking broke.
That's the big difference, because we're not fucking broke. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and now, the stupid things that kid's gonna get, and I've looked up. Airfare isn't that bad if you plan out far enough. I'll just show up and take that kid to Target and let her pick out whatever she wants.
I don't give a shit.
You're gonna need a bigger house, is what I'm saying.
We're already. Well, I tell you what. As soon as we're sure that this one comes out and we think it's got a decent chance of making it, I'm cutting my balls off, because we're not gonna have a. I'm not gonna be fucking vetoing this or De Niroing this shit. He's like, I just had another kid. I'm 79. I'm like, well,
that kid will never know you.
You're fine. It's the kid's loaded, but yeah. Who's your dad? I think he was the Godfather.
He was the Sebastian Maniscalco's dad in that hit movie. No one gives a fuck.
I don't know. All the pictures of me as a baby just say "Raging Bull" on my onesie, and everyone thought it was cute. I don't know what that means.
Nina Pearl.
Nina Pearl.
That is a fucking great name. This is all I'm talking about now. Fuck this.
Guess how you? I know. Yeah. Guess how you spell it? N-I-fucking-N-A. N-I-N-A. Nina.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Good. Nina Pearl sounds like a country artist.
It sounds like a whole lot of really groovy shit. I really like the way it comes out. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do a whole lot of just Nina.
No, she's Nina Pearl.
I did tell my brother.
See, I say it right.
Nina Pearl.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but with the accent, it's perfect. That little bit of a twang at the end of my sentences. It's that, yep. Oh, I cannot wait. Oh, I'm so excited. Because here's the thing. My ovaries have been aching for a little while. Like because all three.
Are they in a jar somewhere?
Yeah. And occasionally I shove them up my ass and get to feel it for a minute. I
don't know if that sense at all.
he's about to be a senior in high school.
Yeah, man.
I'm hitting the finish line. Willow is
she's gone at the end of the summer.
Dude, yeah, it's
How far away is she going to school?
She's just going to Peoria.
Okay.
So she's going to Bradley.
Yeah.
And Bradley is giving her a let me just announce everything about my child.
Sure.
But
Social Security number.
Yeah, he would
immediate place on the world.
Yeah. But Bradley offered her a lot of money to come be
nice
there. So
very cool.
But I told told Nicole, I was like, man, I'm glad that we both agreed, we're not going to have any kids of our own, but man, sometimes when I see like a cute kid, I'm just like, oh, we could have had one more. And but now that Florida's not that far away. I can make it. I'm like,
Move
I'm
down
gonna
here and help me raise it. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be screwed up the entire time. It's totally fine.
oh, that's just fatherhood, man. That's just
Oh yeah, I've already accepted I'm going to be doing my best and failing. It's a Patton Oswalt thing. We all do. We're doing our best and we're failing miserably, and we won't know till later.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
We just I I feel like as a parent, your job is to just not raise a shitbag. That's it.
I think I'm fine there. I'm
Yeah,
not worried about that.
you are going to be fine.
We
I
we
won.
might actually have to leave the state. The public school system might be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Um.
In
Yeah.
this city, I think we're okay, but you can't go very far outside of it.
In my, yeah, you guys you're in the blue dot and the sea are red.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids, I feel like I successfully raised 3 non-shitbags.
100%.
And that was,
Zero issues with any of your kids and zero fears for any of your kids in
right.
life.
Yeah, they're so, and that's it. You just and don't the shit that our parents gave to us, we try our best not to give it to them. That's because our parents.
Yeah, but then you end up overcompensating the wrong way and you end up tipping the boat.
Oh,
Everybody
dude,
tips the boat. What are you gonna do?
I overcorrected for a while, and I have set all 3 of the kids. I've sat down and went, "Hey, sorry, I overcorrected for a little bit when I started therapy." But I think I found it.
Yeah.
Oh man, and
Yeah, man.
you're gonna have the most beautiful baby. She's gonna be mixed race. And
Oh,
we
she's
all know-
mixed a lot of races.
Yeah,
We have no idea. The only thing the kid probably won't be is ginger, but outside of that, it could be a whole. But it's probably going to be amalgamation. But yep, Angie she's Puerto Rican, black, and Pakistani.
Yeah.
I'm very milk toast European white, but my old man was blonde and blue eyed. So
we all know those are the prettiest babies.
we'll see. Oh yeah, I mean, whenever you go to the pound, you pick out the butt because they are the goddamn best.
Yep, absolutely. It's I'm lucky because there was a lot of Irish blood in those 3 kids. Speaking of which, speaking of Irish blood, Glenn is stopping by today. He's like, "What are you doing
Nice.
today?" And I was like, "Oh, we're just
He
hanging
just
out."
turned 22, right?
Yes. Yep,
Yeah.
he's turned 22. Sorry. Phone buzzed. Graduation stuff for next week.
Nice, very cool.
That I will allow the women in my life to handle. That's what I do. So, oh man, Nina Pearl Ziegler.
Yes, sir. And it's actually even begrudgingly, and just decided to we're basically just having this over the podcast, and I don't really give a shit. It's not really much of an episode, but what are you gonna do?
This is all I want to talk about.
It's fine.
What I'm going to talk about is not. Fuck that.
She's considering, and this is not my business, but just for the ease. This is what the world we live in. For the ease of our travels as a family, she's like, I'm just going to change my name. I think because she doesn't have a middle name, so she might just go Angelina Moya Ziegler. No hyphen, but just put the Moya in the middle.
Yeah.
But she's like, we're going to be 3 different people with various colors, like going through the universe. It's just easier. I'm like, she's like, would you change your name to Moya? I was like, I don't know, but you don't have to. I mean, other families have done it without it, and I refuse to hyphenate. That's just not. No offense if you have, just not my thing.
Like Sally hyphenated when we got married, and I
just not my thing. Like, do whatever you think is easiest and best for you. It's totally fine.
Yeah, when Nicole and I got married, I was like, do not change it. Do not hyphenate. Just stay with your name. And half the time, if we check into a hotel and it's under her name, I just get called Mr. Sylvester.
Oh, I was Mr. Moya a couple of times when she was like doing stuff when she used to work for Hyatt when we used to stay at hotels. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I don't give.
Who cares?
I'm not so. I'm not so fragile in my masculinity that being called by my wife's surname makes me feel like my balls are shrinking.
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Actually, it's Smith. Funny story. Nobody cares. You don't
No
have
one
to go
gives
through
a
that.
fuck. Just
Nobody
be a man
cares.
and say thank you.
Did he just smile and shake your hand and say, "Mr. Boy"? He's just showing you respect, and nobody cares. He's not going to remember tomorrow.
No.
No, yeah. When we got married, she was like, "I don't think I want to change my honey. It's your name. I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Do as you will. I'm not going to tell you what to do with that. It's a huge pain in the ass." But she's like, "I think I kind of have to for the sake of the fucking ease, maybe." But again, whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, like I told Nick when we were getting married, I was like, hey, I fell in love with Nicole Sylvester. Nicole Smith sounds like a real boring cunt. I don't but Nicole Sylvester, that's a rad bitch, and that's who I'm gonna be with. And that's the kind of thing that endeared me to her heart. When I called her a rad bitch, she was like, that's my boo right there. That's Hey, by the way, I am because we are scientists, and I know this is a
You and her, or you and me,
uh
you and I,
all of us,
we, whom,
us three.
whom,
The
whom
me
are
and
we?
Nicole. I'm speaking of me and Nicole.
Very good.
But because I know you're also a man of science, much like my wife is a man of science.
Correct.
As she screamed last night at 1 a.m, whiskey drunk. We did discover that she filled up the sink with water and yanked my Crocs off of my feet and threw them in to see if they would float. And then she submerged them and let them pop up. And then she gave them back, and I was like, I don't want to but she's like, put your feet in there, get your socks wet. And I was like, I'm good. Thanks, babe. You're the best.
And
She wanted to know if they floated.
I would say we what was learned we didn't know, but what was lost that once was had.
Definitely a bit of my dignity.
Yeah,
But yeah, I know. I real quick shout out to my buddy Walt for sending me he had a coupon for Crocs.
Fuck you, Walt. So
and he got me not red. They're chili pepper. They are chili pepper.
My disgust for these things. They're before they were popular. The movie Idiocracy, right? Have we talked about this?
Mm-hmm.
How Mike Judge was like, they were a thing. He's like, put those on Dak Shepard and whatever Wilson I've paid, and then like Maya Rudolph, because that's going to be the footwear of the future. Because they're so fucking stupid, they're never going to be a thing.
Yeah, and
now my brother has Flofers.
Yeah,
fucking moron.
Let's hear it. I think half the time, I know half the time, Drew and I just do this shit to infuriate you because it brings us joy. Good. And joy is so fleeting in this world.
Fuck you, bro.
No. They're comfortable. I love them.
I can't buy the Flofers because they have the fucking holes in them, and it's gonna screw up my stupid tan lines because I only wear flip flops because I'm an adult.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
I'm a businessman.
My flip flops are right over there, and also my slip-on Vans that I still own.
I got no issue with Vans, and I'm not sure why I'm making that distinction. What infuriates me is so sporadic. It's hard to nail me down. These look
like clown shoes. They look like fucking clown shoes.
They're fucking terrible. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but look at the tread.
Just a goddamn.
Look at the tread.
Okay, what do you want me to glean from this?
There's a heel.
It's a shoe. It has treads and yes.
Sport mode, man. Sport
mode.
Yeah. You go into 4-wheel drive with those.
Never seen a man fucking just lie to himself at my face so aggressively.
My brother-in-law
sport mode
has
virgin mode.
I've touched a boob.
Nobody ever looked at a pair of Crocs and say these shoes fuck.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think my wife's I think Nicole's into him. I think she's weird.
She's a weird bitch. I mean, I love her to death, but she's
into me. So,
Yeah.
I get it. But like, yeah, my brother-in-law has Crocs that has the strap that you put behind the heel, but there's like cranks, like dials, so you can tighten them up so that you can actually like hike and shit in them. They're
No,
pretty fantastic. I don't care.
I know, but just there's so much of me that just I mean, things like that make me glad I've given up because I know I'm right. It's like,
And you
the hell with
probably
it.
are. And I was
The hell
given
with it.
drunkenly, I was given permission last night to wear my Crocs in public anytime I want. And I was like, no, no, the red ones are my house Crocs. That's what I wear around the house. However, I will be needing a pair of either tie-dye or rainbow ones to wear into public.
I think it might just be like concerned. I think it might be for me. Me thinks he does protest too much. Like guys who are really, really homophobic. I think I feel like the way about Crocs. Because if you put a pair on my feet, I think they might be my house shoes.
Yeah.
I think I might be a Crocs guy. I I think I might like the dick in my ass a little bit too much, and I
Yeah.
don't want to admit it.
Yep.
That might
I'm
be the
telling
issue.
you. I didn't believe. Look, Willow came home last week wearing her Crocs. The kid's got green Crocs that match her green Ford Fiesta.
Nice.
Crap, I'm giving too much information away. Now you know what car she drives when she's going to college. Her
If you would
fucking
like to
name.
put an air tag on Larry's daughter, please
Jesus
visit.
Christ. I'll tell you right now, though, you get a hold of her, good fucking luck.
You got a fight on your hands.
Yeah, she might not, but she'll go for your fucking eyes. That's
Mhm.
it's like when a bear gets a hold of a hungry badger. It backs off. It
Yeah,
goes, you know what,
you
this
don't
ain't worth it.
you don't want to wrestle a rabid sea otter, pal. You
No.
might win, but you're gonna come back different.
Yeah, there's bits. You're gonna have a permanent limp, and bits of you get to stay with them. But yeah,
There's bits of him under my nails, officer.
I got DNA right here, and probably in my molars. Hey, by the way, since this is just I love this episode. You have it a Modelo.
This is I'm having the chilada, the spicy penis. I like the pineapple one.
Yep, this is the Hell's Bound and Down from Buzz Bomb.
Nice.
I'm a
Is that
little
good? The art is spectacular on the can.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. What kind? Oh, it's a Hell's. A Hell's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am getting a little perturbed though that they've never asked me to do any artwork for their labels.
You want me to kill somebody?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. I'll let you know for sure.
Seamless. I had to take a piss, and I honestly have lost our entire train of thought. Where were we?
I have no idea.
Hell's Log or something, I think.
Yeah, it was the Hell's Bound and Down. Just it's one of the new releases. It's only in. They may actually have it on tap now, but it was only in cans because for a little while. But now it's. I love being like essentially an employee.
Right.
That so when I walk in and I'm like, hey, can I just give me a 4-pack of Hell's Bound and I'll pay for it at the end of the night. And at the end of the night, they're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, just let me pay for it. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for all this beer today.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, there's nothing else to.
I know I really wanted to hit you over the head during the show, which is a dick move. But it seemed really fun for me, and that's kind of the only thing that gets me through a day. Is finding things that are fun for me.
I was legitimately upset for 10 seconds because I was like,
because I waited a week.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. No, that's all selfish. That's all selfish family, Uncle Larry. Like, but no, you given me a week less to prepare for this baby. Like, and I was just like, yeah.
We didn't tell anybody until we knew the gender.
Sure.
Actually, that's not true. We told Drew right before we knew. With my brother, we told him right before. And then he immediately.
I didn't realize, but you do love more than me. I realize that. I didn't think so, but
no, I know. I mean, if you want to talk longest relationship, I mean,
True. I mean, I did. We've
he's 41 for Christ's sake. 42. How old am I? He's in his 40s. He's 2 less than me, whatever I am.
2 less than me, whatever I am.
He's 40,
I mean, I
50.
did come in 18 years later. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, 16 years later. So you've known him 16 years longer than me.
Yeah, no, I told him, and then I was going to tell you literally the next day, after I told him.
Right.
And then after I told him, I was already, because I was celebrating with him on the phone and I was drinking bourbon, and then I ate a really old sandwich with really old mayo, and then I had the bourbon and the mayo in the next morning, and we were going to record early that day,
Uh-huh.
and I said I can't do it. I probably could have. If it would have been like this computer would have been on the sink, and I would have been sweating and pale, and I didn't think that would be the great time to announce the birth of my daughter. I could have done it just between me and you, but no, we have this format. It's stupid not to utilize it.
Absolutely. And just sitting there like, are you dumping oatmeal into a bucket of water? What is that sound?
And by the way, I'm gonna be a dad. Oh God.
Oh,
Call the police. No, Stadies. Call the Stadies. I need the Stadies.
we need the feds. We need the whole.
Who has the most authority in asshole issues in Florida? So yeah, so I sat on it. I haven't even told my mom yet. I'm telling mom, well, because her 70th birthday is next week.
Gotcha.
It's in 6 days. So I'm not gonna be able to see her. I'm gonna see her on the 4th of July, hopefully. But I'm not gonna be able to see her. So I was gonna wait till her 70th birthday and then tell her. And then she's like, "Don't tell me this." It's like, "Are you gonna have a baby shower?" No, mom, we're not gonna do that. There's nobody here, and we're not going to come back to Chicago. And that's insane. Like, oh, well, what's a gender reveal party? Yeah, it's a girl. That's why we waited. So
let's party.
Yeah, what's her name? I know you don't want to tell anybody. Nina Pearl. No, it's a girl. It's Nina Pearl. So you can take all that bullshit out of your mouth right now. We don't play those games. It's fine. If you want to play those games, that's fine. Maybe we'll tell you. Maybe no. It's a girl. Nina Pearl. November 8th. That's so. Mark your calendars.
Yeah. Yep. I am. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to be a new uncle.
Mhm.
I'm a girl uncle, man. All I've got.
Yeah, man.
Except for Van, Nicole's sister's oldest. It's and then never mind. I'm just shut up for a second. Hold on. On my side of the family.
There you
go. Except for my older nephew, they're in their 20s. Fuck, I'm fucking this up. I'm just excited for a baby.
These are rules that you're fucking up as you're making them.
Yeah, I'm screwing my own game up. And I know that my nephews listen to this, and I love you very much. You know who you are. Whatever your names are. What are their names? Oh, fuck. Brian, Jason, and Agnok. That's their names.
You could even be right. I have no idea.
No, Brian, John, and Andrew, you know you're my boys. I love you. But all the little ones are just, they're all girls right now. Like I said, the little ones. I guess Cassie's kids are still pretty little, but they're not. Anyway, I'm fucking up. I'm excited. So excited for babies.
One of the things that Ange found today is because we're building a little wardrobe, just says, "Grandma says I'm a beautiful boy." I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I was worried for her. I'm like, if we put this on the onesie on her and take her out, like they might say something. I don't care. Like, really? It seems to me like you would care. Like, I don't care. Excellent.
I love it. You know what, pal? I think that's good enough today.
Fine with me.
You good enough? I don't have anything else. I'm so fucking happy.
Yeah, man.
I cannot wait to watch you be an old dad.
It's my only choice at this point.
It makes me so happy. And but I appreciate, I got the young dad experience, and you're going to get the old dad experience. Between the two of us, we could write a book.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's pluses and minuses, right? Like, I'm not broke, but I also have no energy. Plus, my right leg has been fucked for 2 years because of the accident. I couldn't run after this thing if it runs into traffic anyway. I can hobble as quickly as I can, but my top speed has been quelled. So, there's going to be, you want to ride on my shoulders? Yeah, sure. Start the timer. You got about 15 fucking minutes, kid, because that's about all we got.
2 words: monkey backpack.
2 words: cocaine addiction.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that's where we're going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You want to chase that kid? Now's the time. Now's the time to get into cocaine. You're in Florida.
It's everywhere. It's probably in my lawn.
Just go check. I dug underneath this bush, 3 bricks. It was amazing.
This episode was brought to you by Spliff Society. Hey, Bradford, I'm going to have a baby. Spliff Society, they bring to you things that you're not supposed to give to your kids, even though there's no weed in them. Spliff Society, they probably make baby toys, and if they don't, something on that probably lights up.
It will get you lit. Anyway, Spliff Society. Thanks for remembering to do that, because last episode, I just rambled and forgot to talk about our sponsor.
Oh, I love that episode, by the way.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you actually listen to it?
Not a word.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I honestly kept meaning to, but it never happened. I bet you it was brilliant.
I know a couple people messaged me. It was like, hey, that was really good. I was like, thanks.
You just talked to the ether for a while.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird talking to the ether. It was, but it hit me. I'm like, I kind of do this anyway. I just talked. There just happens to be an audience in front of me. I'm just doing it different this time.
Yeah.
Instead of jokes, I'm doing a TED talk. So
there you go.
But,
yeah, that's the worst. I haven't been on stage in 5 fucking years. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Yeah, well, now I have to be on all the time. There's gonna be a little tiny, mostly brownish thing with weird hair just running around. Yeah.
Yep. You're about to have a dark-skinned hobbit.
Sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
God, you better give that kid second breakfast whenever she wants.
I mean, I kind of have to.
I mean, if it's hungry, you do have to feed it.
Yeah, I mean but that's legalities of the whole issue.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you never give it a birth certificate, they can't come find you.
No. We home birthed.
We wood birthed. What? Like in the wood?
We went to the wood.
Actually, no, around here it's the Everglades. We had an Everglades birth.
Oh
Why?
God.
Because when there's electricity around, it messes with their mind.
We did in the Everglades. We got Drew and Smith to come down, beat the gators off with stumps. They smelled the blood in the baby, and they came for it.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry that you were upset for 10 seconds. I apologize. That was not the goal.
When I say I was upset for 10 seconds, it was just like, oh, but you held off for, yeah, who fucking cares? It's none of your business until he tells you. That was my train of thought.
Fair.
But I was like, oh, I didn't. It was I was like a real baby boy
Yeah.
for like, it really was like, I would say 10, maybe 8 seconds. It was the amount of time it took me to hand the headphones to Nicole.
Okay.
And be like, well, you need to listen to what he had. And I was like, and then it was just like, yeah, they're going to tell you when they're going to tell you, because you didn't knock either one of them up. It's not your fucking business until it's your business.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's very true. And but your moment was valid. Yes, 100%. That's humanity.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just because I'm a big softie, and that's all.
Now I just have to deal with Mom. I would be a little worried about it, but she doesn't listen to this episode because she has no idea how to listen to a podcast.
Yeah. What is that, a radio show?
She's written it down 4 times on a piece of paper how to do it.
Oh.
She has an iPhone. We put Alexa in her house.
All you have to do is
you can literally just say, Jeff Bezos, find my son's podcast, and it would probably work.
It does.
Ugh.
I've been at people's houses that have Alexas, and they're like, just yell at it, tell it to play your podcast, and I did, and it did, and I was like, son of a bitch. How cool is this? So, yeah, and then I mean, with the iPhone, you just hit the podcast app.
Yeah.
You type in the name, and that's it.
Or you could just Google it.
Yeah,
If you Google Zig and Larry, it's basically there.
it pretty much is.
So if you're listening to this far in, do all of that and subscribe, you bastards.
Subscribe, like, give us a little diddle and tickle.
Give us a tickle. Yeah.
Write
Give
a
us a
review.
little bubble and squeak.
Yeah, a little twink. Nope, I lost it. I lost it.
A little twink. What?
Twinkle in my eye and a tinkle on my thigh.
Yep.
See?
Great.
Yep, nailing it. I am
Mhm.
fucking nailing it.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to that little tiki bar for the first fucking time, and I'm going to sit down in the sun. I'm going to have myself a beer.
Excellent. Well, let's finish up so you can do that.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna I gotta do a thing, and then I'm gonna.
So she's freshly cleaned. Is that thing her, or you have to take her somewhere?
Well, I've got Will's coming over. She's gonna record some trombone music for a friend of mine. So I'm doing some sound engineering.
Nice.
And then I think Glenn's coming with her to try some bourbon and hang out for a minute. And then
Nice.
Then I'm gonna take my wife to go day drinking. Although by that
Spectacular.
point it'll be mid-afternoon drinking. So.
Spectacular.
All right. Hey pal, guess what?
What's that?
I love the fuck out of you.
Love the fuck out of me too.
I'll take it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Like